Ultraviolet floor device covers up to 1,600 square feet. It comes incredibly well packaged. So the foam is just part of the demonstration here in this video of how well it comes delivered in terms of protecting the equipment. I'm going to move this out of the way and we're going to show you how to get it set up. The key thing, like in any piece of equipment, is to read the manual. I will tell you we've read it for you, and the basic scoop is you need to put something on the floor that is like a carpet or a mat, because the first thing you have to do after taking it out of the box is turn it upside down. The game here is to protect that top. One of the things that we're going to look at is how to remove what is an interior plastic protection. So this is just rotated counterclockwise. From that point, we reduce the friction of any wiring by removing the power supply and the little clip. We then also go counterclockwise to remove what is the insert, and this is really the guts of the whole system. So setting this aside, you'll now see with this plastic that we remove the actual sleeve, and inside the sleeve there's a double filtration system. I'm just going to slide this down and show you that the inside filter, is one of the ways to reduce the pathogens. The outside filter is also one of the other mechanisms for purging the virus, in addition to the ultraviolet light. The inside piece goes back inside very easily, and it sets just within those little mounts, and then it gets dropped into place very easily and carefully, just so that it's a cylinder that fits inside and tucks into place. Once that's in, we come back to the ultraviolet device and we align what is A with A on the edge of the cylinder. So I slide this in carefully and I just pull the wire out of the way as I go down into place here and just adjust it. I then go clockwise to set what is the position. I set this wire back into the clips and run the 4 pins into the 4 holes, and we're off to the races to at least have this component of it set in motion. The final cover goes on, and you will find that there's a B marking that also aligns here with the B. That gets set directly next to the system, rotated clockwise, and we're ready to flip it back right side up and ready to power it into operational use. We're going to go over today on the video also how it powers and the functionality. I'm going to power up the device. It starts with the plug, just goes in the wall. 3 holes for the 3 pins with the center hole going at the bottom. You just heard it power up. So here's what's really exciting about this device. It's pretty simple and intuitive. That's the power, the center button. What you're going to see is that all 3 of these little circles are lit. Power is on. On the left, that is the ultraviolet lamp that is lit. And on the right, that means that the filters are also operational, because what that does is that tells you just with the display that it's illuminated. Pushing this just reduces the display. I'm going to leave it on for now. Here's the scoop. When you have the ultraviolet on, you are doing the maximum purging of any virus. You have the option of just using the HEPA or the carbon filters. This green indicator is that the air is clean and healthy. If it goes to orange, it is unhealthy, and if it goes to red, it is dangerous, and you should get out of the building or take some other precautions. Okay, with that said, I'm going to make sure that the ultraviolet is on. Now, what I can do to adjust from a single room that might be 10 by 10 up to 1,600 square feet of coverage is use my hand as the driver. This center circle is going to give you the indication of going from the low to the next level. We go higher in terms of more output, and you can hear the fan speed, higher fan speed. That's the highest, next to turbo, which is the absolute blast, ultimate highest. We can also run our hand across it, and this goes into an auto mode when the green is lit in the center with the 1 illuminated white ring, and it will adjust as the air quality is being monitored to adjust the level of the fan speed. And then the final one is just a default, which is in a rest mode, and that is what you might do at the end of the day, leaving the office. All around, this is a pretty spectacular piece of technology. I think it's going to start to change the way people think about indoor air and the functionality of what they do with their facilities, in addition to some of the other offerings from Purge Virus.